Hey everyone, this is Russell. Welcome to week number 4. This week we're going to be talking about how to fill your funnel that we just created with traffic. And traffic are the people, the customers that are going to be coming into your funnels. And this is really where everything starts getting really, really fun, because this is where we start actually making money and generating leads and all the cool stuff that happens inside this funnel game. So I'm excited for you. Now, today, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is simple. It's just to understand the strategy behind how traffic works. Now, for some reason, every time I talk about traffic, people think it's like this magical thing of like, oh, you need to understand the algorithms and the thing and all this stuff. And it's like, no, if you really understand it, traffic's just people. And people are already online, they're already on their phones, they're already doing stuff. You don't have to go and like create traffic. I think a lot of times we have the idea that's like, oh, I have to go create traffic. How am I going to create traffic? Like it's some magic trick. And it's like, no, understand like traffic's already there. People are already on Facebook. They're already on forums. They're already on blogs. They're already on podcasts. Like they're already there. Your job to generate traffic is just to like go find where that traffic's at, and then you kind of stand out in front of it, right? And so I'm going to kind of walk you through some of these concepts over the next few days, and we're going to get into actually driving traffic, and it's going to be really, really fun. But first is essential you understand the strategy. So today I'm going to talk about the 3 types of traffic, aka people. So if you don't know what traffic is, it's just the people that are coming into your funnel. The first time I ever talked about this concept was inside the .com Secrets book, and I've kind of evolved the whole thing since then. And so I'm gonna share some of those things with you. But when you start understanding this, it becomes really, really simple and really, really easy, okay? So the first thing I want you to understand, I talked about this in an earlier video, but I want you to kind of think through this again, right? The power of the internet, like the reason why this whole platform is so amazing and so powerful for me and for you is because the internet has gotten people and it's grouped them together based on similar beliefs and values and things that they're interested in, right? And so every time I talk about this, I use the word congregation. And the reason why we're using the word congregation is because usually when you hear the word congregation, what do you think of? You think of a church, right? And so a lot of you guys know I'm Mormon, so there's like the Mormon congregation. So here's the church that the Mormons meet at, right? So there's the Mormons, and then there's like the Baptist congregation. So the Baptists meet over here, and then there's like the Catholics, and then there's the Muslims, and everyone's got their own congregations, right? And every single week they all meet together in their little locations, okay? Now, if I was gonna sell something to Mormons, where would I go to sell it to the Mormons? I'm like, oh, where are the Mormons at? I'm like, oh, they're all right here every Sunday at the same time. I should go right there, and I should set up my shop and throw my hooks in, because this is where they're all at, right? And if I'm working on Seventh-day Adventist, I know, hey, Saturday, they're all gonna be congregated together here. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna set up my tent and I'm gonna go, fish, throw my hooks into the congregation here, right? Now, obviously, we're not selling to churches. Well, some of you may be, but that's not the goal. The goal is to help you just understand how congregations work, right? People congregate together based on beliefs and values and things they're interested in, okay? So the internet is the same way. And so think about first off the congregations that you're part of, okay? I know for me, I know the things I'm interested in, right? So I'm interested in selling stuff online, so the marketing world, right? So there's marketing congregations, there's marketing blogs I read. So here's there's a blog, and there's a podcast, and there's 5 or 6 podcasts, and there's all these different communities that I tap into to learn about marketing. I'm also into like biohacking / health, right? It's like, this is other congregations I'm in. So I know I'm in like this Facebook group here. I listen to these podcasts. I'm on this email list. And there's other places like that as well, right? And then I'm interested in religion. So where's the places I congregate based on religion? And then I'm interested in relationships with my wife. So there's these dating sites we go to where we like learn how to go on dates, and we learn how to like build our relationship. And so there's communities that like I'm already in, and you're in communities as well. So I want you thinking about this from that perspective, right? Where are the places you go online? When you pull out your phone or whatever, like where are the 5 or 6 places you go to be part of a tribe, part of a community, okay? When you start thinking about these congregations, because to generate traffic in your business, all you're doing is reverse engineering that. You're thinking, okay, who is my dream customer? Who's the person that I want to sell my product or my service to, right? Who's gonna buy this book, or who's gonna buy my new drink, or who's gonna buy my DVD, or whatever it is you're selling? And then you gotta think of this like, okay, well, where's that person congregating? Where are they already at? And that's all traffic is. To figure out, okay, cool. They're over here. They're on Facebook, and they're in Anthony's biohacking. They're on his Facebook group or in his fan page, right? So it's like, oh, there's a whole bunch of people. Or it's like, oh, personal development. I'm interested in personal development over here. It's like, okay, cool. There's Tony Robbins. He's got a fan page of 3 million people. They're all right there. And then here's Les Brown, and there's his people. And they start finding where are they already congregating at? Because they're already somewhere, right? It's not like you have to go find these people out of thin air. It's like, where are they already at? And our job in our business is to do what we talked about, like all these hooks and these stories, is you find where the congregation is at, and then you're gonna start throwing your hooks in front of them and getting people hopefully to bite on the hook, come over to your page, into your funnel, and boom, now the whole process works, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So that's all we're doing. If you look at traffic from a higher level, it's really simple. It's just understanding where the people at and how to get my hooks out in front of them. That's the game. If I was fishing, I'd go find the pond with all the fish. I'd throw my hooks in. In fact, I went fly fishing the other day, and the same thing. We found a pond that had a whole bunch of fish in it. Throw a hook on my thing. I started doing the whole fly fishing thing, trying to put my hooks out in front of the fish and get the fish to bite. It's the same game we're playing right here. It's just we're trying to find those online congregations, online ponds with our dream customers, with our dream fish in it, and then we're getting the right bait, and we're throwing the bait out in the water and trying to see who we can grab. Okay. All right. So as you're starting to understand this, a couple more things I want you to that really are the core to understanding how traffic works. We talked about 3 types of traffic. So the first type of traffic over here, again, I talk about this in the .com Secrets book, is traffic that you control. Okay. So what is traffic you control? Traffic you control are basically somebody else owns that traffic, right? So like Mark Zuckerberg, so I'll put Facebook here. He owns traffic, right? If you look at like Larry and Sergey over at Google, like they own traffic. You look at Instagram, they own traffic, right? You look at YouTube, like all the platforms, like they own traffic. And so I don't own the traffic on Facebook. I may have a fan page, I may have stuff like that, but I don't own it, but somebody else owns it, but I can control it. Mark Zuckerberg will allow me to come into Facebook and he'll say, hey, here's the congregation of people that are interested in marketing or finance or fitness or whatever it is. He's like, here's the congregations. I will allow you to put your hooks in front of people. I'm just gonna charge you for the right to do it, right? So I don't own that traffic, but I control the traffic. Okay, so control, these are your paid ads, where I have the ability to control that traffic, okay? So that's the first type of traffic. The second type of traffic is not traffic that I control, it's traffic that I don't control, but actually, I think, and that's what I call it in the .com Secrets book, is traffic you don't control. But I think a better term for that now is traffic that you earn, okay? So, for example, let's say somebody has a big podcast, right? Let's say you're looking at Joe Rogan. He's got a huge podcast. So I could go and I could buy ads in his podcast. So he owns it, but I could control by buying an ad. Or I can earn my way, and I can figure out a way to get on Joe Rogan's show. If I get on the show, I earn my way. It didn't cost me anything. I earned my way in, and now I can push that traffic somewhere, right? Or let's say it's Facebook Live, like when I launched the Expert Secrets book, Tony Robbins had a huge fan page. And so we controlled traffic. I bought ads to Tony's people driving him here, but then I had Tony interview me on his fan page, so I earned my way in as well. Okay, SEO, you earn SEO traffic. There's other things, but basically you're earning traffic here, and it's the same thing. So either I'm buying traffic or I'm earning it. Okay, so it's like here you're buying your way in, and here you're working your way in. So paid, and this is like free. Kind of free. And so people always ask me, well, should I focus on the paid ads or the free ads? And the answer is it depends on your personal situation. Do you have more time or more money? If you have more time, you should probably do the free stuff. If you have more money, you should do the paid stuff, or a variation of both. Okay? In my business now, when I first got started, I had $0, so I did tons and tons of free stuff. I earned traffic by getting on shows and being interviews and writing blog posts and like killing myself to earn the traffic. But as I started making money, then I started reinvesting the paid ads, and now I do a lot more paid ads because I don't have to like be earning it all the time. So, but both are good. So it's understanding the first type of traffic. So I'll do number 1 is traffic you control. Number 2 is traffic you earn. But the goal of both these types of traffic, because the biggest problem is like, let's say it's Facebook, right? I go to Facebook and I go back there and I buy ads from Zuckerberg and I get people to come on my site and I buy more ads and I keep buying ads from him. Eventually, like I'm always spending money on ads over and over and over again, right? And so there's always going to be like a lower return on investment because I'm always buying those ads. But if you listen to what we talked about last week, talking about list building and things like that, your number 1 focus and your goal of ads that you're buying and ads that you're earning is to funnel everybody into a funnel, okay? And then the goal of the funnel is to create traffic that everybody know? That you own. This is the goal. The goal is for me to own traffic. I want to control it, okay? As I buy ads, I get them to come into a funnel, they join my email list, now I own that traffic. I can wake up any morning I want, back, I'm going to send an email to my list. I send an email, I click send, and boom, this email goes out to 1 million people, and instantly traffic goes with it. Okay, I own that traffic and do whatever I want with it. So for me, my entire business, and this should be the focal point for you, as you're buying ads, as you're earning ads, as you're doing all these things, and you start driving into your funnel, building your list. The goal is to build lists. The goal is to own traffic. Because when you own traffic, eventually when Zuckerberg decides he doesn't like you as a marketer and kicks you out, it doesn't matter. You still have the list. Or when you're not able to get on any shows, or whatever the thing is, you're not able to do this anymore. It won't matter because you're gonna own their own traffic. So your whole thought process needs to be, how do I convert traffic that I pay for, traffic that I control, and traffic that I don't control into traffic that I own? Because this is like the secret. This is the big secret of internet marketing. Okay? And I told you guys before that if you look at the math and the metrics, like if you do this poorly and you're owning traffic, if you do it poorly, you should average $1 per month per name on your email list, right? So if you're focusing on this and you get 1,000 people on your list, you're making $1,000 a month. Okay, that's 12 grand a year. You get 5,000 people on your list, you're making 5 grand a month, 60 grand a year. You get 10,000 people on your list, that's 10 grand a month, 120 grand a year. Okay, so you start looking like, I'm trying to build an income stream for myself. What's my goal? And you reverse engineer it. Say, cool. All I need to do, if I want to be able to quit my job, I need to have 3,000 people on my list, or 5,000 people on my list, or 10,000, whatever the number is for you, right? And now you know that, and it's to be, okay, let's focus on doing that to get the list the right size, and then at that point, it funds your entire lifestyle. I always tell people, like, when you have a list of about 10,000 people is when you're financially free. Okay, because that's when you're making 6 figures a year. You can step away from things, and now you can keep growing. You can quit your job, focus on that, and start growing it and building it and building it and building it. But for me, my whole entire focus in my life is, how do I buy traffic that I can convert from traffic I control and traffic I own? How do I earn traffic that goes from traffic that I earn into traffic that I own? Because this is your asset, right? Someday, if someone's going to write you a check for your company, guess what they're writing you a check for? It's for your list. Like, this is it, right? If we were ever able to sell ClickFunnels, it's not because of the technology. There's companies that could rebuild the technology. It's for the customer list. Like, that's the secret sauce. That's what we have that they don't have, is the customer list, right? So understanding this is the whole goal and the whole focus. Okay. So during this week, we're going to be focusing on these things, right? The first step is understanding this. This is all today's mission, was for you to understand traffic control, traffic you don't control that you've earned, and then traffic you own. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into the second concept now, which is the Dream 100, which is kind of layering on top of this of, like, okay, where do I find all this traffic, right? Because you're probably like, okay, I understand conceptually, but where is that traffic? I want to tap into it. Where are those communities? Where are those congregations? I'm gonna show you guys how to find those. Okay, and then after that, then we're gonna go into the free ways to drive traffic. So some of you guys have more time than money. So here's the free ways to earn your traffic in, and then we'll go to some paid ways to earn your traffic in, and that's what we're gonna kind of go through this week. And I'm gonna show you what happens if your funnel flops, the tweaks and changes we need to make. So that's the game plan for this week, you guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and we start getting traffic into your funnels. This is the beginning of all of it. This is the fuel that fuels your entire business, your entire company, and gives you the ability to be financially free and to have a huge impact on all of these people that you're able to serve. So that's the game plan. Thanks so much for watching this first mission, and I'll see you guys on the next video.